We did it. We did it. Producer Zac, he's all ready.
Hey.
We made this work in 1 minute 48 seconds because we had an extra spot on the camera. Yeah, just remember, the keyboard not as loud as the last one, so you should be all right.
I'm gonna miss that.
It's okay. We're gonna get through this. And if you're wondering why he's leaning, it's because he's producer Zac. We normally don't put him on camera, but we had one open spot, and we figured, hey, we're not gonna give him mic arm or anything fancy, so he has to lean over to talk into his mic.
Or I could do this like a Norm Macdonald stand-up special.
Now, don't do that because
this looks awesome.
Yeah, don't do that because it's really loud, and yeah, that's super loud. And
it's not awesome audio.
No, and you have to type stuff because you're still the producer. Either way, this is episode 146. I'm going to tell a story about something that happened in a drive-thru over it's not the weekend. I keep thinking it's the weekend. It was just a couple of days ago. When you take a day off in the middle of the week, seems like it's the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And
you ought to know.
See what you did there? You act like you never take a day off. Anyways,
it was an Alanis Morissette reference, actually.
I know. Well, I wasn't going to tell I was trying to build up to the story, and
we don't know what that means.
Fair enough. Either way, the voice you're hearing, if you're listening to this for whatever reason, not many people just listen to this. I'm Matt. I'm Beard Laws. I'm apparently in charge of this shit show. Logan, he's here. He's on time. We appreciate it. I think I told him that if he didn't show up, then the studio door was going to be locked, and he probably would have been like, "Oh fuck it, I don't care," and he would have just drank beer or went home. He doesn't know the password.
Yeah. That's exactly what I would have done.
Yeah.
We'll walk out in the driveway to find an inebriated Logan hanging out
just
with bats.
Sitting on my tailgate.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Hey, how was the show? Good.
And the only voice that we haven't heard yet, which is the best voice of the podcast, is Brandon J McDermott. What's up, dude? Top five.
Look at that entrance right there.
Top five stash in the show.
Pretty nice.
Thank you.
No, what's awesome though is. You guys weren't here, but backstage, Brandon came in and he's like, "Oh, gotta change my hat. Can't have the same color hat that Logan has." And then he went to orange and the Falcons, big Falcons fan, BGSU. Let's go Bowling Green,
right?
State.
You would think their colors would be green, wouldn't you?
Does anybody know what state that's in? With the exception of the comment section?
Missouri,
Indiana,
Kentucky.
Oh,
nice.
My favorite term, fucking Tucky.
Their colors should be green, and Bowling Green, their mascot should be a fucking bowling pin or a bowling ball.
It's what, a falcon?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it would be weird if they put falcon on the hat and then it was like an eagle.
I didn't see that part. I was probably too busy leaning towards my mic.
Oh, probably. What's up, Rozzy? And thanks everybody who is here and super excited. Who we got in the chat? We got all these amazing people. Grim says, "Woo hoo." Rozzy, 47 minutes. Appreciate everybody that's got the green check. That means they're all part of this family. They're all members of this. And as promised, we give you a shout out. So shout out to our YouTube members: Nita Auto Metal Queen, Zach Sweeney. That's him over there, not over there. That's It's so confusing. Logan is really this way, but this way on screen.
Point down near my butt.
Point near
my butt, and that's where Zach.
Anyways, we're gonna move on past that. And then who else we got in there? We got Zach, we got Toby, we have I'm gonna wait for it to keep scrolling, so I'm delaying. And if anybody that is just listening to it, we're reading these off on the Pop Darts ticker. We're gonna tell you a little bit about that. But it's Toby's Army, Bomber 521, Grimlock, Elo, Lalita. You guys are part of that. If you guys want to do it, do the thing. Press the join button. If not, whatever. We're just appreciative that you're here. Cam's in the house. What's up, Cam? He says howdy. I was talking to him earlier. And apparently there's a theme about sweaty balls, and it's been just a conversation in the studio before and everything. And Cam says it's pretty hot. A lot of sweaty balls in Florida, he says. And I quote, well, I'm not going to quote because I'm probably going to mess it up, but he says something about, I don't know why people pay to go or have saunas when you could just come to Florida and sweat your balls off. I think that's pretty valid. You guys ever... has anybody in the studio? I was talking like Logan. It's contagious. Watch out, Zach.
Jesus, fuck.
Has anybody willingly enjoyed being in a sauna? Like, I'm going to go in a sauna and I enjoy it.
I have.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, shit.
It has to be, for me, it has to be preceded by swimming pool and or hot tub.
Okay.
You can't just be like, okay, I'm going from work to the sauna. Like, no.
See, I disagree completely. I've only been to a sauna twice, and hey, you want to try the sauna? Absolutely, yeah, sure. Both times been at hotels too, which was kind of weird.
Hotels,
And
and once with a pool, and once kind of like what you just said, Zach. Like they were like, "Dude, let's go in the sun." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
And surprisingly, in the hotel, there were holes in the walls where things pop through and you put them in your mouth.
Aren't those the best?
Yeah, they said it was his wife.
That's why. Yeah. So me, I'm not a sauna guy. All right. I don't mind being warm. I'm also not really a hotel pool swimming guy because let's be honest, hotel pools.
A lot of pee in there.
I would imagine.
Do you wear your shirt in the pool, Matt?
No. I mean, the sweater that I have under me.
We don't need a shirt.
It's all natural.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't even have to pay for that. You're welcome.
I thought you just had a chest piece this whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I rock that. I rock the dad bod. I'm proud of it. Yes. Not a big fan of the saunas. Regardless, there was a sauna at the hotel that we stayed at. One of the weirdest hotels I've ever been at. All right. So as Zach said, we went to an Alanis Morissette concert. It was the Better Halves of like bucket list concert. Right. So it was in Bethel, New York, which is about 4.5. Depending on how fast you drive, but in the state of New York, you can't go about 4 miles without seeing a cop. They love giving you tickets. So, you got to somewhat do the speed limit. Binghamton, swing it down, 4.5 hours, whatever. So we go to this little town, Bethel. Weirdest fucking town I've ever been to. Has anybody else been to Bethel?
Never been to Bethel.
Can't say I have.
And Bethel's kind of claim to fame is where Woodstock 69 was. I'm sure a lot of musician fans and people, just an iconic. There's old videos on VHSs, I'm sure, that have been there. But yeah, just a pretty cool place with a lot of weird fucking people. And by weird, just it seemed like if you ever kind of drove through a town that you would think that they based horror movies off of. That's the vibes I got. Nice. All right. And there was a lot of culture, like a lot of different what's the word I'm looking for? Not religions. What's the word I'm looking for?
Culture, religion.
I think culture was the right
culture.
word.
There was a lot of different culture. There was I don't know exactly what they are, but it's the religion that has the curly hairs coming out the side.
Hasidic Jews.
What are they?
I believe it's Hasidic Jews.
Hasidic. Okay, we're gonna go with that. They had the signs in the churches or saga. What do they call them? Saga? Synagogues.
Saga is like Star Wars. Synagogues are what the Jewish faith is worshipped in.
My church would be a saga.
Your life is a saga.
It is.
I mean, you can actually, I don't know if it's in the United States, but I know in England you can actually be a registered Jedi, and that's like a tax-exempt religion.
Oh, that's not me.
Really?
Yeah.
No, really, it's not me. Anyways, so we're going there, right? There's a lot of those people, but it was a weird thing because all of their communities, like where they lived, apartments, houses, and stuff, had fencing like it was like a prison, with the barbed wire fence on the top, really tall fences. And so we're going down. I don't know if there was some kind of like party or something. They were wearing like tassels or grass type shit coming out of their things, long trench coats. It's about 93. And they were acting pretty drunk, a little squirrely. And I'm just like, we're not stopping here. Not a lot of places to stop down this really creepy, windy road, too. And then there was another kind of culture where they were wearing the turbans and skirts, like long dresses.
Were they orange?
The dresses?
Yeah.
Some were orange, some were purple, some were black. But every one of them was on their phone talking. I swear it'd be like us in the studio. They were just kind of like all having conversations with themselves on the phone. All right, and that's not even the weird part. All right, so
that's not even the weird part.
So we're just going through that, but they're just kind of making weird gestures. Probably just sick of everybody coming to their town watching, the show, because it's a huge venue, 16,000 people this place holds, and there was at least probably 15,000 people at this concert. All right, a lot of people that were really, really, really into Alanis Morissette. Admittingly, it was the Jagged Little Pill. I'm sure you guys grew up, knowing.
Yep. Absolutely.
Some of the songs.
Love that album.
You realize that came out in 95, and that was almost 30 years ago.
Yeah. She's on her 25th anniversary. This tour is.
That's crazy.
So, pretty cool. Made sure we got a $70 hoodie. That was about $11 to make. Hey, but as part of that, we got a $5 koozie. I feel like that was maybe the buy of the day.
That might be the steal right there.
You know you would sell a $70 hoodie, though.
I don't have it in me.
You ought to know he would.
No, I would not sell a $70.
And isn't it ironic that Matt knows how much a sweatshirt costs?
Yeah, if anybody goes to Beard Laws.
Isn't it ironic?
Yeah. Don't you think that you would check it out? And if you go to beardlaws.com, Brandon can attest, I pretty much sell them at almost cost. I'm not out here to make some money. I mean, the shirts are like $12. All right, there's a little bit of money in there because we got to pay for the artwork that I do myself, and I got to pay royalties every time we sell one to Brandon. I just decided that. Sorry, Toby, if you were here tonight. All kidding aside, no, Toby just needed a little break. I know somebody asked, and you guys probably wondered, dude just need a night off. He hosted Triple T, and it takes a lot out of him, man. All right, and thank you to Toby and everybody that did show up Tuesday for Triple T without me there, so I could tell you guys this story that I'm slowly building up to. I know it's painful. We're gonna get there. So show was awesome. A lot of people hanging out, having a good time. We ended up getting some upgraded seats, which was awesome. But you kind of look around. There was the general admission, right? A lot of people in lawn chairs. What's crazy to me? They get $10 a lawn chair, and there was probably 10,000 lawn chairs out.
Whoa.
Yeah, Logan, that's $100,000 just in chairs.
I should invite people into my yard and say, "Come on in,"
because they
$1 a lawn chair.
The liability, because it's on a hill, because it's an amphitheater, so it's got the different lengths of the chairs. Oh, fucking impressive. Anyways,
I call that a peeled grape idea.
It is. That's a fan. And the next day, Dave Matthews was there, and then another big name, then another big name. They're making hundreds of $1,000s just on chairs they bought years ago.
That's crazy.
So it gets crazier. So we watch the show. Everything's good. We get out of there. 15,000 people, right? Lots of vehicles. We were out of there in 20 minutes. Shout out to Bethel. How they are professionals. They have done this millions of times. They got us out in 20 minutes. It was fucking unbelievable.
How?
They just have it systematically down with people letting, like, you go. There was people directing traffic everywhere, and there's only one road in, one road out. Shut the road at the end with more cops directing traffic. They open it up so two people get out, you go your way. Boom. Unreal.
That's the way to do it.
It blew my mind. I was thinking 2-3 hours just sitting there, probably going to have to piss, you know what I mean? Pee in a bottle. I had the bottle ready. Either way, shout out to them. So we get back. It's getting a little bit late. We're hungry. All right. The only place that is open in this town is a sketchy gas station and a Burger King right across from this sketchy ass hotel. By sketchy ass hotel, right? We get in there. Looks really nice. It was a Days Inn, but somebody affiliated with the Days Inn. There's no sign on it. All you see is a restaurant sign. Looks like a restaurant in a hotel. So we drive by the goddamn place. Almost missed Garbage that opened up for Alanis Morissette. Thankfully, we didn't.
Which would be awesome to watch.
Yeah.
I'm jealous as all hell.
It was pretty cool. And the upgraded seats were even better. But anyways.
Love Shirley Manson.
It was cool. It was cool. So we get in there and we get into the basement. That's where they put us. That's where the 100 levels in the basement. Most of the rooms don't have numbers on them.
Wait a minute. You're in a hotel in a basement?
And that's 100. 200
here
is the main room, and then 300 is the second floor. But when you're going through there, it's like 100, 102, nothing, 106, nothing. And I'm going. And then you're looking down the hallway and like the stuff on the walls on the bottom, like the sticky stuff that you would see in like a school. It's hanging all over. Weird ass smell. Somebody's probably making meth in the basement.
There's two twins riding tricycles around the corner.
Wasn't that kind of creepy? But then you open the room itself. Pretty nice. All right. Honestly, it was a pretty nice room, but yeah, just really creepy. I'm thinking that probably some of the employees were maybe living there. Is my only guess.
I'm thinking that it was designed back when Woodstock originally went down.
I don't know. Either way, a lot of. Oh, go ahead, Brandon.
I just wanted to. I don't want to skip your story. I don't want to step on it.
Go ahead.
I want to bring up a point that you just brought up on the screen with Cam, and how decent and good. And this may be a conversation for later.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, had a burp come up there. Sketchy gas station food actually is.
Oh, it's
what it means to this world.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get right into the story. It has to do with food, has to do with Burger King, and I wish I would have went with the gas station food. All right, so we get there. Probably I'm gonna say it's like 11:15, and what really kind of pisses me off is in the Burger King parking lot. The first one we get to, I'm assuming is the entrance, but all you see is a sign that says exit, and then so I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go to the next one. That doesn't fucking make sense. And then it says exit only, so I pull in, turn around, and then I can see enter. So when you go one way, you can see enter, but when you come the other way, it looks like it's only an exit.
Sound like my wife.
So I'm like, motherfucker. All right. And so we pull in. All right. Drive-through only. Because I'm thinking, oh, I just went to the other lane. Exit only. I pull in. I'll go in. Nope. it's a drive-through only Burger King. Can't go in. I'm like, oh, motherfucker, whatever. Then I notice that this blue car gets right in front of me. I'm like, motherfuckers, whatever. Nobody behind us at the time. I'm like, yeah, whatever, cool. Look, there's only 2 employee vehicles. I'm like, huh. Burger King, at least where we are, takes fucking forever. We're going to be a little bit, no big deal. We got almost an hour. Not a big deal because they close at midnight. So we're sitting there. All of a sudden, this girl, pretty sure it was a girl, gets out of the blue vehicle in front of us, just starts dancing. Has a fucking dance party. Then this drunk girl gets out too. Dance party. The other girl gets out. All 4 of them are out in the parking lot just dancing to some Alanis Morissette. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Whatever. That's what we're doing. Line's moving a little bit. They're just still sitting there having a good time. All right. By having a good time, the one's sipping a nice little craft beer. The other one's drinking a Mick Ultra. And then one girl's slugging Pink Whitney, sets it down, and then starts slugging some, what's the vodka that's cheaper? Blue label on it.
UV blue?
No, it was clear.
Absolute.
It wasn't, I want to say Sky. Sky vodka?
Sky's a blue bottle.
Oh, blue. I don't know. We're going to go with, I don't know if they.
Barwell.
We're going to go with Barwell.
What is it, Blend 21?
No, let's go Absolute for the story. We'll say they got some money, all right?
Right.
So the girl, there, I do notice, being observant here, right? The one says, there's a veteran sticker on there, a 13.1 sticker, assuming, a runner, and all these other cool stickers. Tons of Boston stickers on it. Fucking gross, all right? You got the Celtics, the Patriots, the Bruins. I already fucking don't like you. Dancing, having a good time. All right, let's move the fucking vehicle up. I'm pretty hungry, all right? All I've had today was 2 hot dogs, glizzies, because Toby's not here, and a peanut butter and jelly. That's all I've had all day at the fucking concert, right? So, yeah, okay, yeah, you guys having a good time. Well, then they start to notice that people are watching them. So then they transition from Alanis to just any fucking song. Girl song. Girls just want to have fun. This fucking song. Still dancing, right? The worst thing that happens, the next 2 vehicles, the women all get out and they're all dancing. The entire fucking parking lot is one big dance. So I got to ask you and I guess the viewers, is this like a normal thing? Is this what we like? Is this normal for people to just like have a dance party in the middle of a drive-thru? Because I don't know. I don't see this every day. I don't go to drive-thrus.
I'm going to say no. But maybe not a drive-thru, but a place like that where you're waiting. If you're there, if you know there's a wait, why the fuck not dance?
Okay. I mean,
dance it away. Just dance your pants off.
Okay, I get that, but at this point,
you just want a goddamn burger.
Fam, listen. The fucking drive-thru at any restaurant is not the place to dance, dude. Take your ass out the fucking drive-thru, park in the parking lot, and fucking dance there.
Parking lot dancing, parking lot parties are great. Don't do it in a drive-thru, right? I mean,
because I mean, at this point,
just want your goddamn
burger. At this point, the line is slowing up. All right, it's clearly slowing up. The 2 people in there, I think, are now watching this on camera a little bit, and I'm timing it. It's at least 5 to 7 minutes. They're doing it one at a fucking time. So one takes an order. Next vehicle pulls up. It's 5 to 7 minutes before the next one takes an order. Then they pull up.
Jesus.
Then they pull up, right? So at this point, they're having a good time. I look, there's now 12 vehicles behind us, and we're 9th in line when I start doing the counting. I'm doing the math. I'm like, motherfucker, we're going to get there right at midnight, and they're going to turn the fucking lights off right when we get there. All because of this goddamn dance party, and I missed the entrance that could have been in front, right? So they're dancing. Everybody's having a good time, right? They get up there. So then all of a sudden they get up to the thing. They turn the fucking menu off on these girls, but still take the order. And the girl, I want 2. And then, oh, sorry, we only have 1. What do you mean, better? So then they place an order for at least 5 to 7 minutes. We don't have this. We don't have this. We don't have this. So this person's giving the drive-thru shit. And he's like, we're technically closed. I'm trying to be nice. And I'm going, these motherfuckers, we're not going to get Burger King over this. Right? So they get up there, and then finally they go, and I'm like, hey, and he's like, oh, sorry, we're closed. I go, the fuck you are. I've just been in this drive-thru line for an hour watching these idiots ahead of us dance, and you're going to cut us off? And he's just like, what do you mean they were dancing? I was like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You were in there watching on camera. Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, it was kind of cool. How about I make you a couple Whopper Juniors and some fries? Fair enough. I'm cool with that. Thanks, man. $16 they charge us for 2 Whopper Juniors and fries.
Jesus fuck.
Didn't give a shit. Didn't give a shit. Next morning, Still kind of pissed. Went over there, tried to work a free combo, didn't. Got a buffet of fucking breakfast food, $19. So those guys clearly fucked me. But either way, got some food. We're sitting there, right? So these girls, they go to the window. They're, waiting to pay. The girl that's slugging pink Whitney and vodka is just hanging out the window, puking her fucking guts out right on the base of the drive-thru window.
As she should.
Just fucking puking and puking and puking. So then they drive up. We get in there, and the guy's like, concert goers, huh? I'm like, hey, I don't know if you got to be the one to clean this, but there's puke all over here, and there's flies everywhere. It friggin' stinks. He's like, oh, but I really like them. You motherfucker. Here's your $16.88 for 2 Whopper Juniors and fucking fries. No ketchup. Yeah. So fucking dance parties. And then the weird thing, the next morning, we're leaving the hotel. There's 2 dudes getting ready to golf, having a fucking dance party in the parking lot.
It is near Woodstock, man.
I guess it's the culture. Either way, sorry that I bored you guys out with that story, but it just blew my mind. There was a lot more details. I didn't want to ramble on, but
so that leads me to my next question to you boys.
Yeah.
And that would be, look, when it comes to fast food and food service and people who work registers in general, I usually give the utmost respect. I usually treat people better than anybody else I see treat them, because I know what it's like to be in a job I don't like to do. Not assuming they don't like their job, but I'm just saying, being in a job where you have to deal with fucks.
Yeah.
That said, what is there a time in your life where you went off on somebody in a drive-thru or a gas station or a fast food restaurant? And what was that like and what happened? I have a story too, so I can either tell it or wait.
Never.
I'm pretty bad, so I don't know. I'm going to wait.
I have a drive-through and a gas station story.
Ooh, here, I'm gonna get my answer. We got no from Logan. I've never freaked out on anybody in either of those. Like no, in either of those locations, especially like I just have a rule that anybody that's making my food and stuff or potentially will make it again, I just don't fuck with them. I've seen what is it, Waiting or whatever that movie was.
Yeah,
I don't want any of that stuff in my food. So like I can honestly say I've been with people that have, but no. Zach's got a good little drive-through story, and I think now's the time.
Okay. Oh yeah. So it was leaving the Thursday show a couple weeks ago. I pulled into the McDonald's here in town to pick up some M&M McFlurries and some nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like 3 cars ahead of me. And this white truck has like a refrigerator in the back. I see it up there and it's waiting for a long time up at the door. Figure it's waiting for food. Well, then I noticed that there's actually troopers in like the little cut through in front of the McDonald's. So I'm watching them, like I said, probably like 3 or 4 cars behind them. Well, next thing you know, a local cop pulls up next to it. They yank this guy out of the truck. And they start giving him a field sobriety test. Now, I'm no expert, never had taken a field sobriety test, but this guy was failing miserably. I mean, if there was a way to get negative points on a field sobriety test, he was so far negative.
But they're holding up the line.
No. He is ahead in the spot where you wait for fresh fries.
Oh, okay.
And then the line is progressing around him, exact opposite of Matt's story.
Yep.
So we're making progress. By the time I get to one away from the window, this dude's doing the stand on one foot and, that whole ordeal, can barely touch his face, let alone his nose. And so the cops make him stop doing that and then do like the one toe to heel walk and turn and come back. Well, the guy, when he was coming back, he lost his balance and he just started falling towards the building. But he had a moment of clarity and spun and leaned up against like the fence and acted like he was smoking a cigarette. So he spun, caught himself, whipped out a cigarette from his pocket and tried to light it and like lean up against the fence and smoke a cigarette.
See, I'm not that drunk.
And at that point, the McDonald's employee had brought his McDonald's out, put it on the hood of his truck. He's sitting there trying to smoke this cigarette. And by the time I paid and drove away, he was getting cuffed and stuffed and thrown in the back of that police car.
Yeah, because the cigarette he pulled out was weed.
But that was at one point too, because McDonald's, it's always been a thing. Like they can call and give you a DWI. I was waiting for someone to call in these people. And in the last part that I did forget leave out, when we got the food, They then turned all the lights off. I mean, and there was at least 12 vehicles behind us, and they all fucking raged out. They were going up to this vehicle, you fucking idiots, blah, 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 laying on the horn, throwing shit at them. I mean, there was a borderline riot. And I'm trying to think like, oh man. And the best part was most of these people were in the hotel that we stayed at right across the way. I'm like, there's no way these fucking idiots are going to go there. They stayed there too. I legit was kind of waiting in the parking lot, seeing if somebody was going to beat them up. But that one girl, I would not fuck with her. I was scared for my life.
Weird brain train. But I was in, I want to say, it doesn't matter where it was. I was in a McDonald's in high school, and it was like a sports road game. So like it was a whole, like say the track team going into McDonald's at the same time.
I'm sorry, I thought you said sports.
Listen, track and field is a beautiful sport. All right, we can fight about this later.
Okay, Prefontaine.
Don't even know what that means. So I don't know what that means. Since I don't know what it means, I'm going to assume it's a compliment.
Yes,
so,
it actually would be, kind of.
Anyway, so there's a bunch of us in there, and this chick that was in the class that was on the team with me, she's up there giving the McDonald's employees just a bunch of shit because, believe it or not, their ice cream machine was broken. And she just being a twat. I mean,
he said twat.
Yeah, I did. Cancel me.
At least you don't teach skateboarding, Rozzy.
And finally, like, I don't know if it was the manager or whatever, just came up with like a large drink cup. It said, if you want ice cream so bad, take it home and freeze it, and slid it across the counter. And it was just a large McDonald's cup full of like just the ice cream liquid.
Oh, that sounds fucking fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Brandon, what you got?
Yeah, I want to hear Brandon's story.
So I punched a lid. No, I'm joking. So just so you know, mine's not food related. So I wouldn't.
Right.
You definitely don't fuck with people who are serving your food. You don't piss them off.
It's true.
I'm not getting a titty or a dick in my McFlurry.
I'll take a titty in my food.
I don't know where that titty's been, but so I was at a community college. I was a student at. This is going back about 10 years. And I had called in and I ordered my books ahead of time, and I called in and spoke to one of the workers and had them. You could call in and have them bring the books, have them set up for you, so you can just go up and pay at the cashier, and they would have them all ready, so you don't got to go pick them out and know blah blah blah.
But nowadays, that is like, oh well, that was fucking cool. But 10 years ago, that technology was like first coming out. Like I don't want people to downplay that are in college now. Be like, oh, you ordered your books online, like. That's a pretty fucking. That's a cool thing.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing.
I'm with you.
I did that. And this is the opening day of school. In that, it's the opening day it's the opening week of school. Whatever, I don't remember what day it was exactly. We get there, long fucking line, kids everywhere with their parents running around trying to find books. 20 people in line. I go in. I stand in line. Slowly, my friend and I get to the front of the line. We finally get there. And we talked to one of the cashiers. Sorry, whoever you talk to doesn't have, we don't have it. They did the books you wanted are not here. You have to step out of line, go get the books, and then step back in line behind 45 fucking people. And then I'm like, oh no. See what you had was I talked to Freddie. Looks like Freddie right there with the name tag Freddie. That's him. He told me, and he's like, kind of like shying away with tail between his legs. Tails between his legs.
Wow, good for him.
How does that work? And and the manager comes over, and I'm like, I'm pissed. I'm sorry, but I'm pissed. And I'm like, look, what's going to happen is you're going to go get my books because I was told they're going to be here, and I'm not going to waste another. I've already stood here for 35 minutes. You're going to go get those books, or you're going to have somebody else do it, and we're going to tell. I'm not going anywhere. And this lady is visibly, she's,
oh shit,
and she goes. And I don't know where this came from, boys. And I am both. Every time I think about it, I hope I didn't crush this woman. I hope she was able to just like let it go and never remember me again, because it was hurtful and I feel bad about it. But she goes, and I go, okay, now swallow it. And then I feel so bad. 10 years later, I feel so bad about that. And then after that, she was kind of a mean to me, whatever. After that, I get my books, I walk away, and I go, now you enjoy your stay at the community college bookstore or something like that.
What's awesome is that lady recognizes you from social media, and she's going, this motherfucker. Oh my God, he was a dick to me once, and now he's the food guy, and he's the judge, and he was on Judge Jerry. Oh my God, I have his book.
So she follows one person on all social medias, and it's you.
Now I know where those trolls are coming from. That said, though, I was with my friend, who is the biggest asshole I've ever met. And when we were in the parking lot, he was like, dude, that was fucking harsh, man. And I go, oh, now I know I fucked up. Now I know it was terrible because this dude is saying it, So anyway, yeah. I, to this day, feel bad about it. And that's usually go overboard with being nice to people because of that.
No, that's, you know what? There's frustration, and it does build up. And every once in a while, you do some shit that you regret. And sometimes it's a librarian, sometimes it's a McDonald's employee, and sometimes Bomber's daughter gets the best of them. So either way, just real quick, we're going to do a little friend shout out. Pop Darts ticker. Do you guys know what Pop Darts are? Honestly, have you ever seen them?
They get stuck to bald people's heads all the time.
That was it's kind of claim to fame on the social media. Have you guys seen them before or no?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Brandon, you seen them?
What are we talking about?
Right by your right cheek, Pop Darts on the ticker.
Oh no, I have not.
On the screen. Okay, yeah. So Pop Darts, they're really cool. Good dudes. They're starting to grow a mustache because I kind of harass them on their TikTok feeds all the time. But Pop Darts is a pretty cool game. Right here, this is the Pro Pack. So what they're these sticky darts. And then you have this in the middle.
Yeah.
It is
something else though. But.
Yeah, no, these. Yeah. So it's funny because we actually call them kind of dildo toss because when they go and they stick and then they go, and it's fucking hilarious. And then if you get one on top of the other one, it's called a wiggle knobber.
Yeah.
And it's worth 10 points. And if you get it on the I don't know what you call them, the fucking dart or the target, then it's there. But it's just a cool game. You play to 21. You can play multiple. If you have, like, we have 4 sets now, so we have 4 different colors, so 4 people can play. You throw them closest to the target gets 3 points, and then every other one that sticks is 1.
Have you ever had a wiggle knobber?
I had the first 2 wiggle knobbers in my life last weekend. Whoa. The sister-in-law got a wiggle knobber, and it was just a lot of wiggle knobbing.
Yeah, she did.
And we played a lot. We actually kind of created our own on-the-go Pop Dart table. And it sounds like Pop-Tarts all the time. People are always like, why the fuck you need a table for Pop-Tarts?
I do.
Well, sometimes they make a mess when you put butter on them. We'll talk about that. But either way, just a cool game. We took a piece of plexiglass. I got pizza on the brain. I really want pizza. And just kind of made our own game. And it's just a really cool thing. So they're friends of the show. If anyone wants to check them out, I'm going to post a link in there. You guys can check them out, add them to the cart, whatever. I'm telling you right now, anybody that knows me, I'm not going to throw something on the show. I'm going to drop it, though, that I don't truly love. There's only 6 colors. I'm going to buy the originals to have all the colors. They got a glow-in-the-dark one I'm buying. I'm going to spend an extra $50 after the show so I can have every single one. They're on TikTok. If you guys ever check them out, they're lives. Anytime there's a wiggle knobber, they give one away during the thing. So, there it is. My money don't wiggle knobber. It falls.
Oh, that's the funniest fucking thing I've seen in weeks.
It is good. Yes.
Good job.
The wiggle knobber, good 3000. It is a very fun game for drinking. It's just an awesome game. And obviously, if you buy it through the link I just sent, the show gets a little bit of a kickback. That's the best part of it. But they just came out with a new board. That's cool. And breaking news, they're coming out with a Tailgate Edition show. A Tailgate Edition.
For the record, Logan reminds me of somebody who laughs at Jeff Dunham jokes.
Oh. Logan's got a case
Logan
of the giggles.
Thinks that jalapeno is hilarious.
When somebody says jalapeno, he just can't stop laughing.
You do have the giggles tonight. Have you been into the edibles?
This is my 3rd beer of the day.
I bet you Logan goes to Taco Bell and orders quesadillas with a Spanish accent.
Hello, senor. May I have a quesadilla?
Hola, Troy. Can I have a quesadilla?
I was at a Mexican restaurant local around here the other day, and they have this something called like cactus sauce or whatever. It's like I wanted like a steak quesadilla, whatever. One comes with cheese, peppers, and onions, and the other one comes with coyote sauce.
I thought you were going to say I went to a Mexican place to get a steak, and they fucking
no. I always get steak there. Like if you can get a steak at a Mexican place, Mexican or seafood, they cook the best steaks.
Now, Logan,
anyways,
it's called carne asada.
Anyways, they had coyote sauce. I was like, man, what's the coyote sauce? I don't know. She started like, well, it's got like all this, and she's mixing like sour cream and these Mexican flavors. Like, yeah, no, that's gross. But I hate Mexican food. I absolutely hate Mexican food. So I just got my regular steak quesadilla.
Can we start making a list of shit Logan says that like make us not
cool?
I can't stand Mexican food, but go there for the steak.
I only went. My wife was meeting a friend, so I was like, yeah, I'll go. I'm like, whatever. They have beer, so
yeah,
that was cool.
There it
is. What beer did you get there?
I was driving.
It's cerveza.
What beer did you get there?
Miller Lite.
You didn't even get a Modelo?
It's okay.
No, I was driving though.
I was Pacifico.
I was driving. I had 2 Miller Lights.
Yeah, I bet Logan goes to county jail and drops a soap on purpose.
No, I don't. I throw it at them, so they have to pick it up.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So Jesse said it. Fireworks are an extremely effective waste of money. Damn, I love them though. So the second part of the show, we were going to potentially save this while Toby was here because we were interested on his take, but we put it in the title, so we got to talk about it. And this was a question submitted by Brandon. So thanks, Brandon. And fireworks, they're a waste of money. And Brandon, since you submitted it, I'm going to let you kind of open it up and go for it.
All right, look, fireworks are a waste of money. But let me explain to you something before you go off making a judgment about Fat Daddy. If you have a fireworks display at your house or your property, I'll be the first to pull up a chair, sit down and watch it, bring my kids to come along, and we'll enjoy beers and food and all the whole 9 yards. However, you ask me to spend $2, $3, $4, $1,000 on some fireworks. No. I'm not going to do it. It's a waste of money. You can better off to take your money and spend it on food or more beer or even go buy some stocks. How about that?
Ooh.
Now,
you wouldn't have said that 10 years ago.
No, I wouldn't. But you're literally taking your money and you're burning it up in a few minutes. And you may say to yourself, yes, but it creates memories. Lots of stuff create memories. My dad hit with a belt. It created great memories. I'm not one of those folks. I'm not one of those folks who's like, oh, it's bad for the environment. No. Fuck that. My cats and dogs hate it. Okay, that's one thing I don't really like fireworks for. But also, you're literally paying money to ultimately destroy it. You're destroying the thing you're creating, and it blasts in a second. You may as well take that $100 bill, light it on fire, and watch it burn slowly.
I mean, we eat food. That's a waste of money. We literally shit it out.
But it gives you something that's valuable. Not
if you go to Burger King and get a fucking $16 Mc Junior
Whopper. That's
where
I would have said to you, and Cam, our corner store gentleman, would agree. You would have been better off going to there and just getting some Slim Jims and a bag of chips and some Gatorade. But listen, again, all that said, if you have a fireworks system, I love watching fireworks. They're great. They're fun. Kids love them and everything. If you have one, I'll be there and I'll watch you spend your money doing it. But don't you think I'm going to spend a goddamn dollar on any fireworks ever?
So I think Lilette's got it.
Well, her name's Lilette.
That's Lilette, Lalita.
I've been saying it wrong the whole time.
Well, I don't know. I could be saying it wrong. Anyways, she's got it right. Let's say you got a party of like 50 people, right? You tell everyone, be like, dude, bring $20 or $25 worth, $30, whatever. She wrote $30 of stuff, and then no one is spending so much money. That makes sense to me. Brandon, I'm with you.
Yes, but I appreciate that. But to your point, like $30, and to Lilette's or to Elo's point, that ain't buying shit anymore.
Oh, don't get nothing. But if everybody if everyone does $30 or
what's 30 times 50
or puts in 30.
I don't even have 50 friends.
$30, and then like someone's like, hey, I got $30 from you, $30 from you, $30 from you, and then they can go buy the bigger shit. That makes sense for one person to spend $1,000 on fucking fireworks.
Did you see Matt? The reason I asked Matt is he's most likely to have seen it. Who is that gentleman? I forget. I'm terrible with names. Guy with the beard, way bigger account than all of us. Redhead, mustache.
Iron Sanctuary.
Yes.
OJ.
Did you see the video he did with the firework they bought?
I didn't see it. No.
They had a firework on there that was called, I don't know, some out of this world name, like, the Rona Blast or something like that. Fucking thing was like $5,000 or something like that. It was out of this world crazy. And maybe it was not him. I thought it was though. But this thing, it probably lasted 30 minutes. Like this one little firework, But that's a lot of damn money to just fly off, even for 30 minutes.
I mean, you go to these festivals with the parades and stuff, at least here, you know, they typically drive out of state because the good ones I don't believe are legal in New York, like the real big ones. So they go out of state, and like the firemen, you know, and stuff like that, they'll do these for homecomings or whatever you call them in your area. And yeah, they're crazy. Like they have a $15,000-$20,000 budget for 20 to maybe 30 minutes of fucking fireworks. I mean, granted, like you said, yes, maybe they create memories. Grimm thinks, you know, hookers creates memories as well, and then prescriptions and penicillin. But I don't know. For me, even as a kid, they were just never like a big wow factor to me. Like, oh, they're lights, they're loud noises. And as a kid, you don't really think of the money aspect. You know, you're watching these, at least I guess where we are. And maybe this could have went with our hometown annoyance on the last episode that we did. Go watch it if you haven't. Where we go, they lift the drinking ban. So everybody can just get fucking annihilated. And then everybody just gets drunk and fights each other. And you're watching fireworks. You're watching drunk people beat each other up.
I think it's the greatest thing we have here. We have not much, right? We have not much here.
Logan, you just played right into my main bitch about fireworks.
It is. How much was it?
It is the greatest thing we have here because you can go and drink in the streets with your family, your kids, whatever, and then just watch the idiots fight.
Do you want to play that back and just hear what you just said?
This may be a worse take than your take on hot dogs.
No, it's a blast.
It's not.
Fireworks, beer in the street.
I would rather eat a Nathan's hot dog on a piece of wheat bread with ketchup on it than go to fucking public fireworks.
No, you're wrong.
Here's the video real quick that he sent.
How much was it? How much was it?
They gave it to me.
So you're not going to tell me how much was it?
They gave it to me.
How much was it?
Yikes. Good audio for it. I'm
trying to find. I can't remember. I found the price for it. I can't remember where it's at.
Here, we'll pause it. Night of the Grizzly, 90 something, 174 something. That's a lot. That's a big box. That's a big dude.
Yeah,
that's a
big dude.
Wow. Either way, yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I guess, you know, there's that. Logan loves going and getting drunk with kids or whatever he was just saying in the streets.
Jesus Christ.
I wasn't.
I said with your family
Jesus
and
never
the kids.
Got drunk in the street with kids.
Nope.
I don't know.
Jesus.
Did he not though? I mean, they for being pretty darn good about life, they sure do sip a lot of goddamn wine, don't they?
I don't know. I wasn't there, but Jesus is just all right with me.
I'm just saying. My point is this. For not having a whole lot to do around here, the local fireworks, and because we have a couple small towns that do it pretty good for what they have.
I don't have any.
Local fireworks are a lot of fun here.
Well, in your opinion.
Maybe that's just because we're bored. Whatever. I don't care. It's fun.
Well, I wish that I was bored.
But I'm with Brandon on the idea that I'm not going to pay.
Oh, now you're just playing all the angles.
No.
All right. So here's my final take on this. Hate the local scene with the fireworks. Like some of the people, hate most of the people. Hate's a strong word. Don't like being around the drunken idiots. I agree with Elo. Just get some sparklers and poppers. The kids love it. Go camping. Spend the night in the woods. Get away from the shit because you're bringing all these kids and then they're just watching all these drunken idiots fighting each other. And then that's what they're going to think of because that's what I think of. I just think of drunken idiots fighting each other. And the fireworks was not even the show.
So many cigarettes and baby strollers.
Yeah. They're way too many.
100% with Elo on the sparklers, the what was the other thing she said? Sparklers, the poppers, and then maybe some bottle rockets, but the black cats. That's really all you need, dude. All you need are those, and then
glow sticks.
And then 8 to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, go stand on the porch, and then just watch around your neighborhood and see all this stuff going on.
Yes, yeah, and then back in the day too. And this is one specific thing that we're talking about. Then you had the carnival stuff, and that was even creepier. Carney's giving me the fucking creeps. I never had a weird story, thankfully. Just not a scene that and maybe my kids are missing out because I don't go to them. I hate the fairs. I hate these festivals. I was scarred, and now I'm not putting them through it. But what I'm going to put all of you through is the picker wheel because we got 15 minutes. Let's do the picker wheel. If you're just joining us, shout out Willie for buying his first set of Pop-Tarts. The friends are going to enjoy it. And if you need some pointers on how to throw those things, there's 3 ways to do it. And I'm going to do it real quick. Throw it like a dart. Throw it like a hatchet or an axe, or just throw it like a goddamn baseball. Those are my 3 recommendations.
Or a dildo.
Or throw it like a dildo. If you have any questions, we just showed you the picker wheel. Willie, Elo, Nita, Elo, Nita, L.A. Let is how Bomber says we say it. Bomber, any of you guys want any questions on here? Any questions at all? It can be about food. It can be about dildos. It can be about the weather.
Did you
I don't
just
give a
say L.A. Let?
Yeah, Bomber said you say it like this. L.A. Let. Los Angeles. She's Los Angeles Let. Los Angeles Let.
Good point. Good point, Nita. Just wanted to say that too.
Yes.
Think about veterans and PTSD and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. 100%. Yeah, not a good time for them. And the what is it, like noise sensitive as well? Like some people with autism and stuff, they have the sensitivity stuff. That's not a good time for them. And some kids, they just get scarred. They just get scarred from the goddamn fireworks, especially those big ones that sound like a friggin' I don't know. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna spin the goddamn wheel.
So is that like valet then? Valet.
It's French.
Okay. That's a good one. Favorite place. Oh, I heard already. Favorite place for breadsticks. No cheesy breads. No cheesy breads.
Pizza Hut.
La let lay let. Tomato potato. That's okay. So her name is La Let Lay Let Tomato Potato. Nailed it.
It's either for me. It's one of 2 places. They're both basic as hell. So I might as well just be drinking a pumpkin spice latte right now.
Ayo.
It's either going to be what's that fake ass Italian place called? Fazoli's. Anybody have a Fazoli's near them?
No, I took a Fazoli earlier.
Fazoli's has great breadsticks. It's like a fast food restaurant where you can get Italian food. You can get
do they have steak?
We have Sbarro.
No, but they do. Sbarro is similar, but you do drive-through. You can get spaghetti and meatballs. You can get baked ziti. You can get what the hell's the stuff called? All the layers and stuff. The lasagna.
Brandon. Hey, Brandon.
That one or Olive Garden? What's up?
Brandon, how does a Mexican cut pizza?
I do
with
not
Little Caesars.
Jesus Christ!
Look at I got Captain Giggle. He's so giggly today.
So
I like
funny.
it.
Straight to jail.
All right, yeah, no, all right. So
They'll never sponsor us now.
No, Little Caesar. Sorry about that. They got ran out of our town.
Papa John's though. Come on, baby.
How have I never heard that?
We got a Papa John's best breadsticks. Let's see here. So Lalita Lelet Tomato Potato. If you want to add any more. Oh, Brandon's gone.
Jesus.
My joke was so bad he left.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Brandon, come back.
It wasn't that bad of a joke.
It was a slip of the finger.
Oh,
That's what I told her anyway.
Whew. Man, you do that at the shoe model establishments, have a slip of the finger, you are getting dragged out. I've heard, allegedly. All right, Logan, favorite breadsticks. I know you go to pizza places to get steaks, but I'm curious. What is one of your favorite go-to breadsticks?
Little Caesars was good. Favorite breadsticks. I don't eat them a whole lot, but pizza is spot on.
Pizza Hut?
Yep.
Okay. Zach?
I mean, the obvious choice is a local choice, so I'm not even going to bring it up, because that's not much of a conversation. But
no, it's 75% of us can.
Oh, sure. I mean, locally, Big Cheese Pizza. I mean, Big Cheese Pizza's breadsticks are top notch. So if you're in the 315, specifically the St. Lawrence County portion, come check them out.
It's a one shop deal.
One shop deal. You can only find them one place, right next to a nail salon and a rent a center. So man, you can just get everything done all at once.
One stop shopping.
But man, if I'm out of
there, man.
If I'm out of the area though, man, Pizza Hut. I love Pizza Hut. I love the little shaky that they put on top. I love the white sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's probably the only thing that I can eat from Pizza Hut that does not immediately evacuate everything.
Yep.
I'm glad you brought that up because I had a conversation poolside the other day with the fam. The brother, his family, my family, a whole bunch of people. And I was
Pizza Hut shitting in the pool.
Somebody said, "Oh man, I love pizza." And I'm like, "No, we're not getting Pizza Hut. It gives you diarrhea." And they were all like, "No, we don't have that problem." I'm like, "What? You can eat Pizza Hut and not have diarrhea?" And they're like, "I've never once." And then my brother used to be the assistant manager. I said, "Hey, Steve, what does Pizza Hut give you?" And he goes, "Pizza." Like, Jesus Christ. No, if you eat the pizza, what happens? You get full. I'm like, Jesus Christ, does it give you diarrhea or not? And he's like, deep dish, but the other stuff's pretty good.
Yes, that is true.
But do you know why?
Because they put that grease on the pan.
No, it's because the deep dish pizzas are soaked in oil overnight. So when they cook it, that's why it gives it that extra grease. But yes, it will give you complete diarrhea.
You know what we called it in my house growing up?
Shout out Squeaksbeard.
Squeaksbeard.
What do we call it? Can I take a guess?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna.
Pizza slut.
Shit my pants pizza.
Oh, that's creative. That's creative.
Shout out to Brian.
Shout out Brian.
Jesse, shawarma's great, fam. I'm sure they've got great donaires.
I've never heard of shawarma.
Whoa.
Oh, you never had.
Why are we talking about breadsticks and shawarma? There's a shawarma place that does breadsticks?
I don't think so. Probably more pita or some sort of.
Oh, we're just talking about shawarma.
Yeah, you just said he moved to Winnipeg, so.
Oh. I love a good shawarma.
And Cheryl, I appreciate your input, but I'm going to tell you when it comes to cauliflower pizza. Oh, no.
I agree.
I disagree. I love cauliflower pizza.
Yeah,
and let me tell you why.
Cauliflower pizza too.
One, I know it's not pizza, but the toppings are there, and the reason I do is because I got jacked up stomach. All right, so when I eat the pizza dough and stuff, it really just makes me. I'm gonna be real, more diarrhea. All right, and maybe because I grew up eating Domino's as a kid, because let's face it, Ma, you can't cook for shit. You didn't cook. Dad was a cook. Dad was on the road a lot. We ate a lot of goddamn Domino's. We ate so much Domino's that within 2 months of us leaving the area that we did, the fucking Domino's shut down. Coincidence? I think not. All right. So either way, cauliflower pizza. I've never made one, and I've kind of just bought the ones from like Save-A-Lot or something. A couple of bucks. Pretty good little piece of pie. I like thin crust. So I'm going to ask you guys, favorite style of pizza? I'm a thin crust guy.
Yeah.
So when you say thin crust, you talking cracker crust, like it's crispy and it. Or you
not like paper, not like a cracker, like paper thin, like. Yeah, maybe like New York style. Like, I mean, you could still fold it over.
New York style is where it's like.
As long as it's New York style crust, that's big. Like when they make it the normal size slices, that's bullshit.
Yeah, the remember pizza came out with their thin crust, and it was like Brian was saying, the flaky, basically like a hardened croissant on the bottom, and that sucked. That was horrible. It was like eating fucking nachos and pizza at the same time.
Well, Domino's, they had their thin crust, and it was exactly like that. Like you pick it up, and that was a great thing. It was a pizza nacho.
Yeah.
See, I like that.
You ever seen Along Came Polly with Ben Stiller and Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Yep.
Yes.
Remember the scene in the pizza parlor where Philip Seymour Hoffman's eating the New York style pizza, and what's his name is like taking the paper towel and patting the grease off. He's like, "What are you doing?" He takes the grease and he like squirts it on his. That's how I want my pizza. I want it flat and greasy. I love it.
Yep, absolutely.
Brandon, meatball or pepperoni?
For a topping on pizza?
Yeah.
Both are great, but I mean, like, usually if I'm getting meatball, I want those meatballs sliced because I want to take a piece of pizza.
You don't like the big meatball chunks?
How are you going to eat a meatball pizza? You need I love it. I do. Oh, I'm sure it tastes great. No, don't get me wrong. Flavor-wise, terrific, but like the ability to eat the pizza like a normal slice without needing two hands or a fork and knife. If I get a big old meatball, I ain't eating that with my hands.
It's not like it's not.
I know.
It's not like a meatball.
Pepperoni is just such a classic. And
it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be.
That guy's an idiot, man. He's an idiot.
He's an idiot. You don't need that kind of.
I don't like cauliflower pizza. I'm eating it.
Listen, let me tell you this right now, though. Cauliflower pizza it probably tastes good. I've had cauliflower with cheese on it. You add cheese and butter and anything. Add it to anything, it's going to taste good. But cauliflower pizza is like when your girlfriend says, "Hey, I promise you a great night tonight," and instead of she uses her hands. How about that?
Like for a massage?
Yeah.
No. Just like to high five it.
You can't toss a cauliflower pizza dough; it'll just fall apart.
It's true. And you need cheese. So it's the cheese that makes the cauliflower decent enough. It's not the cauliflower that's good.
Would you give the TikTok like chicken patty pizza crust a try?
Yeah, but I mean,
I have to.
but that's like the KFC sandwich. You know, having the what do they call it? The double decker, the double stack, whatever the hell they called it, with the chicken on both sides and then the whatever in the middle. I mean, the bread is the chicken patty. You don't mess with a classic, man. That's all I'm saying. Dough, if you're gluten free,
Right.
if you're celiac, whatever, I get it. This is all.
I wonder if I have that.
But in reality, thin slice. I'm with Matt. Thin slice, pepperoni, cheese, sauce. That's all you need.
All right. So what's your go-to? Did you guys answer? We kind of all agreed on the style of pizza. Let's go ahead, Brandon. If you could only have one pizza, all right, like with a set toppings, unlimited toppings, but like your go-to order, or potentially just one that you would just order if you could only have one the rest of your life, what would that go-to be?
I gotta give you two.
Sure.
That's
Barbecue chicken. It's got to have red onions, or just a simple onion and beef.
Okay.
Ground beef and onion
on a pizza is your go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's coming from Logan. Logan, I got to hear yours next.
I'm the simpleton. We all know this. There's a deli that still exists, but it's under different ownership, which is still very good pizza. When I was growing up, this place, and Matt knows it, and we have two of them around here.
You're 5'5". When are you going to continue to grow?
What?
Oh, sorry. Go.
They made the greatest pizza in the world. They made their own dough, sauce, everything. But a double pepperoni and maybe sausage, but double pepperoni from this place years ago was the absolute best pizza I've ever had, and I've had a lot. And I usually do it's kind of like the one bite thing. Like, I'll get a pizza anywhere with pepperoni, a basic, and just compare. This place was amazing. His brother owned another place, which I still go to now.
You can say the name.
That's the deli to me.
It used to be Hewelton Deli.
Hewelton Deli.
Jackson's.
And now it's Jackson's, which is very good still.
Yeah. Shout out to both.
Shout out to Jackson's. He does a great job.
We're talking about the deli.
The deli. Hewelton Deli before
Jackson's.
Before Jackson's.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up on that stuff. But Flackville is
TMP, True
also
North
my
Pizza,
go-to.
baby.
True North Pizza.
I didn't realize they were
brothers.
They're brothers.
Oh.
But the pizza's different.
Yes.
Very different. But the pizza 4 places away from my house was it was the best. It's the best I've ever had.
Okay. All right. I've heard that song before. Zach, what's your go-to pizza?
Vertical Horizon, wasn't it?
I already said it. I mean, I could have a New York style pizza with meatballs, and that New York pizzeria in Brockport where I went to college, they had the shakers on the counter, like the toppings bar, where you get like the red pepper flake. It was just the shaker. I think it was just Parmesan cheese and Italian seasoning, honestly, but
shake
a
it till you make
meatball
it.
slice, hit it with the shakers.
What is a
Delicious.
mofongo pizza? Mofo
please
go. Mofo and go pizza. Motherfucker and go. So you order the pizza, you fucking hey motherfucker, and then you
run without paying for it.
I've had that pizza
I've
before.
done that before.
Yeah, I've had that one. Allegedly. If I had to pick, I'm kind of, I don't want to steal the every one bite everybody knows the rule, but if I'm going to try a new place, I always do go cheese. All right, and I've been doing that before. He made it super famous. I'm not copying him. But if I could have one pizza topping, I think for the rest of my life, certain places do this really well. Pepperoni and bacon.
Yes.
So you know what I always do? Some people don't like ranch with their pizza, but what I always do when I go to pizza places, I get ranch. But I always take the red pepper flakes and I pour about half of them in my ranch and mix it up, and it's like a paste.
That'd be good.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yep.
It probably softens up the flakes a little bit.
Oh yeah. It definitely hydrates them.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. Wow, that was a good little.
That's a pro tip from the Food Daddy.
That is. That's good. What would you call that?
I just call it hot ranch.
Daddy's sauce.
Hot ranch.
Daddy sauce.
Daddy's sauce. That's funny.
Daddy's
hot ranch sauce.
Daddy's spicy sauce.
Shout out to Copper John's.
But you will be seeing those pepper flakes later. I promise you.
Oh. I mean, I'm not going to personally see them, but if you guys want to and you have weird pepper flakes in there, shoot a poop pic over to Logan at beardlaws.com. He still gets those emails. And somebody the other day asked me, "Hey, you still sending poop pics to Logan?" I said, "Hell."
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I haven't checked in a couple weeks. I'll check.
Yeah.
God.
It don't bother me. Whatever. Dude, I've had my hand in a cow's vagina trying to help it birth a calf. Who cares?
But a little different from that than seeing,
my
Billy
uncle's
Bob's
birthday
shit.
was yesterday. I just sent him a happy belated birthday with a picture of my kid going like this, with the turd this big, with this big in the toilet. It's just poop.
None of this really compares to seeing a stranger man's shit, Logan. But okay.
Yeah. I'm just glad that you didn't, you went from having my hand in a cow to, hey, it's my uncle's birthday. Yeah. I'm glad that your hand didn't end up in your uncle.
I was worried about that.
No, that has not happened.
I mean, no judgment either way. Some people are
we're a close family. I get it.
Some people are into that. I mean, it's probably more appropriate than getting drunk with your kids on the streets during a firework thing.
Listen.
To
clear this up, what I meant was, we're with family. All the kids are there watching the fireworks. watching the fireworks too.
I know.
And then we walk to my in-laws' house or walk to my house, depending on what village we're in.
He doesn't walk. He walks.
I walk because I'm not driving.
All right,
dick.
That took a turn there.
We
boys.
always take a turn.
We're gonna call it. It's like NASCAR. We always turn right sometimes when we end up left. But we forgot to get to the question that was spun many weeks ago. Take on VR pub socializing. We're gonna try really hard to get to that next week on the picker wheel. Come with some questions next week. We got some good ones on there. I'm looking some typos.
A mofongo pizza.
A mofongo
from
pizza
Puerto Rico. Plantains. All right, so. We gotta. Did you Google it?
I did.
All right, what did we come up with? Anything?
A 3-cheese plantain crust pizza. It's an easy gluten-free alternative to traditional crusted pizza.
Oh, okay. So it's like a cheese crust.
No, it's
it's not like a cheese crust.
It's cheesy plantains.
Plantains.
What the fuck's a plantain?
It's like a banana but shittier.
Oh, I've heard of a plantation.
It's like a farm but shittier.
Look at that.
Wow. That was really good.
That was good. You're there now, VR socializing.
We should turn the studio into a VR pub to socializing.
Green. I'm not going to
learn something every day. Thanks, man.
Interesting. I have so many questions. So come back next week, and
but shittier.
Come back next week. You educated us on pizza. Come back next week. We're gonna talk about the VR socializing. I have so many questions. Maybe we'll bring you in studio while you're live from a VR pub. That'd be cool. That might be against the rules. I don't know. We're going to look it up. But either way, can't thank you guys enough. Logan, Brandon, Zach, appreciate the hell out of you guys. Toby, hopefully you are getting the rest that you do deserve. And we're going to be back next week, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Triple T, next Thursday.
Love you, boys. Love you, everybody that is watching and hanging out with us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Go get some beard stuff. CopperJohnsBeard.com. You can use code Brandon J. That's going to work. That's going to give him some money and you some money.
Or Producer Zac.
I give Logan a code, but he doesn't know what a fucking code is.
Oh, fuck no.
Doesn't even have a beard.
You son of a bitch.
Well, leave his mom out of this. All right, we got to get out of here. Things are getting a little there. Hey, Lalita, la tata, la tomato, patata. We got to go.
Lalita.
Zach, can you leave us with some words of wisdom?
We're going to go cut virtual lines in the virtual pub's bathroom. Bye.
Bye.